What's up, guys? Just gonna be going over some charts here, as well as setting up the scanner for the week. Last night, yeah. Last night I was at the new Hard Rock in by Miami. I think it's in Fort Lauderdale, actually. It was pretty fun. Although I didn't leave up, so at the casino at least. All right, so let's see what we got here. Why does it keep doing this error? Oh. So if we see some downside, right, probably get around the 310 area. But we haven't crossed this trend line yet, so SPY's still holding up. So a nice, pretty good week at least for SPY. Didn't really move too much, honestly. What was it? 18th, right? So obviously we had the 18th. Yeah. Obviously we had a pretty big move down from the top on the Hong Kong news and everything. I'm not sure what Trump's really going to be doing, but overall, only $1 off. What did we close? Yeah, right around 311. So we're only $1 off all-time highs, so not really a big drop at all. Top of the week, 312.68. Bottom around 309 with the pump back up. So only a 1% move overall, which isn't bad. So pretty tight consolidation week for SPY. Kind of just waiting to see what Trump does with Hong Kong. Some lower volume, obviously after the initial move down. So we'll see what happens, but really not too much to note here. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. Yeah, just really consolidation, slowly upwards. A nice close at the end of the day. Not really too much to note, honestly. Just kind of got to see what's going on with the news. Probably better to play some other stocks for the most part. To buy intraday just on 15-minute charts or the 5-minute. Mostly holding around the EMAs for the 200. Usually crosses over there. Have been really good lately on like the 5 and the 15. If you look at the 5-minute, right. Any break below the orange, which is our VWAP, right? Or the 200 MA, which is the red line here, usually ends up with a continuation either downwards or upwards on the break and cross. So that's been apparent pretty much throughout the whole week. That was Friday over here. Thursday, same thing. Open, drop below both. Um, Small little consolidation here, rejected, and then a break above, pushed it back up again. But this was actually a really tight day on Thursday. I think it was only like less than a dollar, around a dollar intraday for the move for SPY. But yeah, it's been a very tight week overall. So we'll have to kind of see what happens. Mostly news based, obviously, at this point, nearing the all-time highs, especially going into the end of the year. How long will it last until next crash? I mean, just depends on the global economics and what's going to happen, to be honest. Nothing really to note on that. I think we have our targets still on the daily chart. Let's see. Yeah. So we hit my first target, right? Well, nearly hit it. The high was 312.69. First target was the 50, the 1.5, so the 50 extension, 0.5 extension, 312.89. So from there, kind of just consolidating right around the 382, riding this trend line like we said, right? On the 4-hour and on the daily. So another probably bounce around here, or if we already bounced, then we'll probably look to go to 315 or so, to 618, and that'll be our next target. Alright, let's see. Hold on one second, guys. But anyway, let's draw some supports for the week anyway. So clearly we have this level. These will all be scalps, obviously, because we had such a tight week. It's going to be hard to kind of play SPY, but that's pretty much all I'd be looking at, that and like a cross of the trend line, or a bounce of the trend line too. Nothing crazy on SPY. Alright, let's take a look at Amazon. Same thing with Amazon. They kind of sold off pretty hard this past couple of weeks, I think like 2 weeks. Immediately rejected by the 200 DMA, crossed over the 200 EMA down. Bulls tried to hold it at the 50, and then just really bearish levels, although we're sitting right here at a bounce off of VPVR, right? So this is the most volume traded pretty much in the month of October. Yeah, so since the beginning of October, right at 1736, has been a pretty good battle and the most amount of shares traded. So we had a bullish close right above that. It's going to be hard to get above these moving averages here, but I think I was literally about to bring up your chart. That's so funny. But we just had Gavin, right? He posted a chart. I was going to pull it up, show you guys too. I was literally just pulling up your chart. That's funny, bro. So here we go. Gavin said 2-hour supply at 1749, daily sitting at 1774. Breakout of the 2-hour resistance, and we can run with calls. Bullish divergence in RSI, accumulation distribution, and OBV. Yeah, I agree though with Black Friday and this week. Probably leaning bullish, especially after that major sell-off. So yeah, we can kind of draw that trend line too, right? Even on the daily. Just pretty much straight down here. I mean, if we even move it to this point, right? So kind of crossing here, but we really need some movement above in order to confirm it. Pretty much like to look at a close right around this area, above hopefully the 1760s before really swinging long. But remember, that's only a 1% move at these levels. So hopefully, if we can get a better close on Amazon, we can swing daily again back to right around the 1800 level. So I think we have some 1800 calls actually for this week that we swung from a little bit ago. So they kind of got chopped away here, but I'm still holding one. Where did I draw the initial fib pull? Yeah, so from the initial fib pull, we are still sitting at the 236 right around here. Target would be 1783 if we did close right above or right around these EMAs, right around where the 200 is right now. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, they've been selling off pretty hard. Definitely due for a move back up. Take a look at the hourly. I don't know where the Donald's at. You better tell his ass to get ready for the Trump rally. So the hourly looks a lot better, right? Curled up towards the end of the day. Definitely needs to break this cluster right around here in the 1750s, which kept getting rejected. All of the, I think 18th and 19th. So we'll add a little alert right around here too. At about 1752. Put that back over there. Hourly. I see big volume on Tesla calls. I guess people expect Tesla to come back up after. So Tesla got destroyed, right? But then Elon tweeted. I'll show you. I don't even know if this is a lot. Personally, I guess they're making it like a big deal, right? So they had 146,000 Cybertruck orders so far. 42% choosing dual, 41% tri, and 17% single motor. Now it's up to 187. So I mean, right off the bat, I mean it's only 1.8 mil, right? Because it's only $100 each, 187K, right? So excuse me, 18.7 million for them. I mean that's not a lot. Plus a lot of people just reserve it anyway. Doesn't mean they're actually going to follow through. So I'm not too sure really how that number will affect buyers, but we'll see what happens. I'm sure it'll definitely have a positive effect. I mean, they sold off pretty hard, right? We got a, let's see, 7% drop from the top on from Thursday to Friday. So 7% drop, pretty big drop. We'll see what happens. Check the daily for our levels here, right? So if we we'll just use from the gap up, right? Let's just use that. So we'll use from the gap up here. We'll use the close levels roughly, right? So just there. Close right between 0.5 and the 618 retrace, so probably want to see a push towards like 347 or so if we can break right above and close above like 336. So most likely we'll push above here. So we can add a little family 618 retrace cross. Look for calls to 340 area and possible gap fill to 345 ish. So we'll see what happens. But really, who knows? Eventually, if they do put out some better numbers on it, or if they get some more press on the truck and people do start to like it, of course we'd be looking at then going back to like all-time highs, 360 in into the all-time high level. Was it 400? No, 389. Okay, yeah, 389. So yeah, 376 first, 236 of the move up here of our cluster. If you want to take the whole entire fib, roughly, right? So if we take the entire fib, we actually closed literally right around 786 here, but having a pretty good support on the 20 EMA. Rejected right at the open, right off the 13. So just kind of keep this one on watch too. Tesla's more of like an intraday play to do. On news, usually whenever they have news, it's good to give like 2 or 3 days after, just to see where price lands before making any long-term swings, in my opinion. But we like to just scalp Tesla. It's more fun to do intraday, that's for sure, on like the 5 or the 15. But anyway, let's go to like AMD. So AMD, I had this fib pulled also. Had a pretty big sell-off yesterday, Friday, right? We actually wicked right at the 13 EMA on the daily. Bounced off that, closed above 618. Closed above the 9 EMA also on the daily. So we probably will see some consolidation here towards the right. I think type something up before. Hold on. Yeah, 30, 38, 37. That was basically what I had on watch, right around the 13 and the 20. If we do cross around here, right? Breaking. Oops. Probably see some consolidation here. It's had too much of a run up. It's still pretty oversold. I think I turned something off. Yeah, it's still fucking oversold as shit. Excuse me, overbought as shit. But I mean, obviously AMD can just run with all the news lately, so I guess you could call this a pretty good cool off. So we'll see what happens. But can you walk us through the Twitter call into next week? Yeah. So Twitter got destroyed on their earnings, right? Like literally obliterated. What was the move down here? It's a 21% move down. So definitely not good for Twitter. But anyway, so usually when you have a huge sell-off like that, you're going to see some rounding. Obviously, it's usually going to continue into the next couple of days, and then it's just going to be a very tight consolidation. I think I'm not sure why we had another gap down here, but it was about 5%, 4% or so. Oh, what's it? Kid grass. Had about 4% or 5% drop there. But anyway, it's just been really tight. It's just hasn't been any movement, right? But once you see that the EMAs are curling up and they start to level out also, you can kind of get a prediction of where you're going to go. So, I mean, it might have been a little early or so, but after this move down right around the 30 level that it broke, we finally had a close above 30. So we closed at 30.03, up, I think it was up around 1% at the height of the day, but a close above the 13 EMA, close above the 9 EMA. Looks good as a close above the $30 level right now, even though it's just touching it. We still have plenty of room to run, probably into, I think we posted a chart actually on the signal. Let me see if I did. Give me a sec. winner. Could have sworn I posted one. I don't know where it is, but anyway, yeah, just a good close around the $30 level. Looking to go, because basically once you get a close above VPVR, right, you're usually gonna have a little bit of a run because there's not gonna be as many bears looking to keep the price lower once you get a close under. They're usually either covered or might switch long. Plus, I don't think a lot of people are going to be bearish anymore, especially after that drop and a huge consolidation. So they definitely are going to let it pump a little bit. Probably going to look to take profit right around $30.68, $31 area right around here. So we'll mark right here, right? This was the high on Thursday. Breaking Thursdays. Resistance on what was that? 11 Thursday, 11:21, right? Yep. One sec. Alright. Sorry, meant Uber call. Uber. Which Uber call? I'm pretty sure we already took profit on Uber now. Isn't Uber up like 300%? Let me see. Uber. We trimmed Uber for 86% gains. Vinny closed this at $3. Here you go, nearly 300% Uber. So which one are you talking about? I'm not too sure. Let me know, man. Waste management. Just drop the chart in stock chat. Let me see. Oh yeah, dude. Feel free to post anything, dude. We can go over them. That's fire. All right. What is this? The hourly? Yeah. Let's definitely draw this. Nice. Did you already set the scanner for that, bro? Or should I? Daily's nice too, right? Not exactly a hammer here, but a nice reversal candle. So let's look for a nice move above. Didn't set it yet. All right. Yeah. This is definitely going to be a good play, right? If we can cross above these EMAs. I'm going to just set it right here. I'm going to just set it on the 13. Crossing up. This is confusing to people, so I'm just going to edit it. We got this cluster around here though, right? So once we claim that, we got to kind of break above. But we'll look probably to go TP right around here. Right? That's where the initial drop. Yeah, right around here. T1. Something like that. Altria charts. Oh yeah, Timmy's been playing this bitch all day. I think we posted this already. I think Timmy posted these already too. Right? Oh, this was a 2-minute. Could have sworn he posted something though. Maybe not. Alright, we'll go over it. Anyway, yeah, so they had news. What was it? No, I know you put. Is this Timmy? Are you Exu? Do you have the daily one in there? I'm looking. I know we had intraday calls. Did you post a swing one somewhere? Did you post one? I don't know. Well, we were playing that all week. We played it all week last week. Excuse me, not all week. We played it towards the end of the week. Timmy posted some really good swings on it. I think we won like 3 of them, right? And then maybe one of them was like YOLO. I don't know if that one actually entered into profits. But anyway, here. So we had towards the end of the day, in the beginning of the day, 48.63. And then we ended up closing right around 49. So it was a strong day. Pretty tight day on Friday though, but Thursday was a nice move up. But now we're just really looking to reclaim right above the $49 level. We go to the daily. This is definitely what's going to be holding us down, right? But it's definitely a good close with the hammer. But we have the 200 right here. But yeah, if we can cross right above here, we'll set it. This will be good to play, Tim. Did you swing? Oh, you have it here. Thank you. Ah, here we go. Cool. Yes, sir. Oh, this is Coke. Whoops. Wait. What are you sending me here, brother? That's Coke. Talking about ammo. Alright, anyway, guys, so we have the 200 right here on the daily, right? That's obviously going to be a strong resistance. But it was a nice close above the 200 EMA on Thursday and Friday. From the bearish wick we had down, obviously closed below. But then I think, what was it? I think there was a news article or something that they're... I forget what it was. Something on like cigarettes or something. I know the vapes haven't been good, but let me see if I can find it. I don't know. Oh yeah. Yeah, something about the nicotine or something. But anyway, let's set this alert. So we'll have it cross 200 DMA. Daily. Look for swings back to, what do we have here? look for swings back to around probably 50.92 or so. 50, 90, 50, 80s. Alright. 50, 60 to 80, yeah. 60s level. So that'll be good if we can get it close above, but it probably has to cool off around there too as well. Kind of getting overbought after all the vape news and everything drove it down in the past month or two. So we'll see what happens. But it was a nice reset at least for the daily 200s for the EMAs and MA. So we'll see what happens if we can cross back. Yeah, all these alerts go in scanner, so you'll see like everything that I'm setting right now. These are all like daily ones, so they're, I mean, they may not hit right away, or they might not hit for a few days, right? But me and the guys, we always set them intraday, so like during the day I'll switch to the 5-minute and I'll do all these. So these all come up during the day. So like in the beginning of the day after like 15, here I'll show you, give you an example. Okay, here's a perfect one, right? 10:26 a.m. Roku crossing 155.57. Watch for puts. So that was 10:25. Let's do Roku while we're here anyway, right? So Roku. $155.57 is what I had. So where did we get that level from? So basically, that was on Friday, right? 155.57, 10:26. Okay. What we did is we look at the pre-market, right? Pre-market levels, and then you see exactly where pretty much price was holding, and then you usually want to set an alert a little bit right above there. So what we saw was a nice support right here at 156.09. You definitely want to close below, so I set it a little bit lower, but then right at about 10, it was right in the middle of this candle somewhere, 10:26 or so. And then if we switch to the 2-minute, you'll see 10:26. So yeah, 155.57. Once we have it closed below there, we were able to just ride it down for a quick dollar move down. That call was up 25%. It was the same day expiration, so we kind of just took profit there, and then I signaled that right here, 20%. Trim and raise SL to break even. So that was a quick, nice gain. Yeah, just watch the alerts there, guys. If you take the scanner alerts, make sure you watch the scanner again. Found the MO signal. Yeah. Oh no, I know you had it. I just thought we had a daily chart for some reason already. But yeah, just watch the scanner for a lot of moves. Another one we have, right? Timmy's ones that we did, like we just went over for MO. SPY. 12:49. SPY crossing 310.75 5-minute resistance. So that's at 12:50, right? So let's go look at that. 12:50. 12:50 right here. Right, so right here we can see we had a nice move up. Couldn't quite close above 310.75. Also, that was our previous support that just broke down. So once we crossed right here, we were able to ride it up for a quick roughly 25 cents or so scalp, which on same day expirations, usually you can get about 25 to 30%. So, yeah, for SPY, remember you usually want to just go hard with a tight stop and take profits quick. We always post those, but I think I also posted like a V bottom or something around around there, right? 11:20, yeah. Slow moves down with small pumps to retrace, mostly in and outs. Good here. Watch 11:30, 12:30 for V bottom V. So a V is obviously when price goes one way in the same day, so down, straight down, and then usually you get back up. So I said watch around 11:30 or so, and literally at 11:20 just bounced up, and then from here just had continuation up. So that would have been a really nice ride from 310 right to 311 for same day expiries. Do we play with pot stocks at all? I know recently they got pretty big jump because of the past bill. Yeah, we played. Didn't we play Tilray? Yeah. So Gavin signaled that one at 9:30 on Thursday. Literally like right at the open. Right? And it just ran up. That was great. And we took profits too. 89% gains in 10 minutes. 7 minutes. Entered the signal at 9:33. Literally in 7 minutes, 89% gains. That was a good trade. And then I swung some actually for next week. So I held them a little bit longer. Trimmed them right, a couple, I think, right around this level, right around here. And I think I'm holding like one. I think I'm down on it right now, but on the daily, it's still right around its like consolidation level. So I didn't mind just holding this into next week just to see if we get any more news in the pot stocks after the legalization. Spot my HD chart in stock chat. All right, bro. Potential bounce at trendline or a break and drop to the 200-day moving average. Yeah, so. Alright, cool. I'm going to draw those actually too. This is on the daily, right? Okay. So let's see. So again, on the daily, HD. Yeah, could go down, like you said. Watch a drop to the 200. They had a bad earnings, right? I think they had a bad guidance, but Lowe's had a good ER, which is surprising. But if they do drop down here, this is probably going to be a good support. So let's mark this level right around. Probably will come up if we do get a little pump. So we'll do it a little bit above 50. Watch 200. Bounce. And I'm just gonna post since we already have your link here, right? What's that? But we'll also draw the trend line too.
I was supposed to go out there for like a semester of college, and I ended up never leaving. It's that energy on the dance floor that I think has
nice.
Helped house music.
So yeah, that looks good. Did you draw this all the way from back? Yeah, that's what I figured. Kind of getting into a little wedgy area here, right? So we should see it bounce back up here, and then I'll probably end up either having a breakout or breakdown. So we'll see. But Lowe's had a good report, so we'll see. Bad earnings, home sales are good, and consumers are still spending. It's going to bounce. It's going to be a great, yeah, definitely going to be a good one. I'm surprised it sold off this much. Usually staples like Home Depot or Lowe's, they buy back, right? But we'll see, man. Let's mark this right around here, right? Look for calls on daily to reclaim. Reclaim 222 into the upper clusters. Actually, I might as well draw. Actually, nah, just in case. I can't play her anymore. Why is shop misbehaving? I don't like shop anymore, honestly. It's not fun to me. I'm gonna wait for like a big move one day or something to play it. We're very stupid. We're just literally very stupid for not playing this, right? Look at this. Perfect bounce off the 200. I think we did play it. Actually, no, we did play this. Didn't we play this, Gavin? I think Gavin and I played this, but we only held it for a day. I'm not too sure. But any bounce off on the 200 dailies is always going to be a very good move. But anyway, shop just in a consolidation here, right? I had an alert set here, crossing open wicks. Let me write daily. I want a long above here, but I'm not going to long before that. It just has a nice consolidation. It is holding above, right? The 20, the 9, and the 13 here, so that's good. But it didn't close above the 50. The 50 is just curling down. So we'll see what happens. If we can close above this level here, we can look back to swing to around like 330s level, right? But I'm sure they're gonna have a good quarter with e-commerce and everything. Can you look at Ulta? Yeah. Oh shit. Uh-oh, Foley. You saw me helping you out there. Ulta. Ulta. So Ulta's in this range here, right? So we have like a 16% move that after their earnings, they got destroyed. I was really surprised by that too, and that was a huge move down also, right? So let's see where we're at from there, or where we would look to go. We'll go all the way to the bottom here. So yeah, right around the 236, they had a little trouble. I would have got faked out here for sure and gone long, honestly, with this close above. So that would have been bad. But now we're just kind of consolidating. Very small day here. What was it? High and low, $3. That's very small for Ulta, especially after a move like this. But they're holding this support really well. I would just really look for puts below this level, right? What is it? 224.66. And at that point, we're going back down to like 214 though. But I'd look more so at a potential like double bottom or something here for a move up. But it could definitely drop even more. When are their earnings? The earnings are on the 5th. Everybody might just be waiting for that. It's probably just going to stay in this range. It'll probably stay in an even tighter range and get rejected around between 237 and 227, right? So we'll probably just see a chop around here. Insider bought in 64 million, which gives me confidence it'll have a good earnings report on. I'll look at that in a second, Tim. Good earnings report on December 6th. It's pinned to support. Post earnings, it'll probably start filling the gap. Yeah. So yeah, we have a huge gap obviously to fill here. So we'll see. But if we can get a close above here, we can get a close. What are we at? 259. So we'll leave that there. We'll see what happens. Just right there. Yeah, I'll probably go long on their earnings too. Usually a large company, if they take a huge hit on earnings, it's just because they had bad guidance or, short term, we're going to be spending a lot. I'm not too sure what the report was from the past, but we'll probably have a gap back up on the next one. It'll probably be good to long. I doubt they'll get destroyed, especially going into the holidays, but we'll see. And this is a very bullish scenario here. Someone buying in 64. SRPT. Alright. Holy shit. Would they release a drug? Gene therapy deal for 48 mil. Nice. Oh no, that was on the 15th. Yeah, but it didn't even sell off really. It says it slumps. Well, it was a good slump, right? Held by the 9. This looks good too, but probably more so for puts. You already filled back to the previous resistance, although we're closing above it, right? But then we have this whole cluster to watch. Which lines up right around the 200 also. But if we can break back in here, that'll be good. Set an alert on the 200, right? What's the middle of this cluster? 120. Yeah, it's still a good move though, Tim. They had a big day. Big week rather. That was a nice pullback here. Yeah, it looks good, dude. Hopefully we can fill the gap back up. But, I mean, it's not too much to run, right? What were you thinking here? I think it'll just get held down here. Probably good for puts. Let's see if we get rejected back onto here. You're out of here, brother. Alright, I'll let you know. I'll post some other charts in the group, but I'm setting all the alerts. Tomorrow morning we'll get the intraday ones on like the 5 and the 15 going around 9:30 or whatever. Yeah, mandatory gap up. We got futures in 5 minutes, dude. You gotta stay. We gotta watch them. Let me change this alert. Alright. Moving with healthcare sector. Yeah. Yeah, I think all the therapeutics, especially like ones that are the biotechs too. They're all that are established are all moving pretty well. Take a look at XLV. Where'd we close? Oh, this is perfect. Moving faster than I thought, honestly. Broke right through our 98.23, 0.5 extension. But yeah, right here is our next target, 99.13. So I put 99.88, 98.88 for that. I might have missed someone. I just joined, so I don't know oh, sorry, I didn't see this. How many admins do we have? I mean, basically, it's me. Let's see. It's me, Vinny, Fong, Dario, David, the other David S, which is DA, Dane, Timmy's basically like an admin in the group too, and then the Gavins, pretty much. Oh, and then Alec, who does crypto, and Anthony also, but Anthony's been really busy with a new job he got, so he hasn't been in too much. Hopefully he'll be dropping in soon. So yeah, what's that, 10? I think we have 10. We have a lot. Yeah, I said Vinny first. PFE was an insane play by the Don Hall Friday. Yeah, PFE is just running, dude. That shit's lit. Anyway, what indicators do you use? Indicators here. Ignore these, they won't go away for some reason. Oh, there they are. Okay. These won't go away. But anyway, I use VWAP. I use the 200 and the 50-day moving average, volume, VPVR, and the 9 and the 20 and 13 EMA. That's mainly it. Come on, I wouldn't forget Gandalf. Anyway, alright, let's take a look at some other stuff. What else do we have? Oh, Google, right? Google, so holding above the 20 day as support. So we really got to watch it here. If it breaks down, right, we're going to look to go right around to the 1270 level right here. 1275. Breaking down daily support. Look for move to 1275 or so. Yeah, we could do Roku. Let me just go back. Is there anything that I want to note on Google? Bullish. We'll just look for like a 13 cross. Let's make this expire at the end of the week. Alright. Well, let's look at futures, right? They just opened real quick before I do Roku. Nice, look at that gap up. There we go. So a nice gap up, about 50 cents, 311.70. Selling off so far. Gap up all the way to 312. So we gapped up to 312. So let's check out the 4 hour, right around this resistance level here. So that was nice. Cool. Alright, so far we're up. Do you have a watch list and just go down that list? Not sure what order you follow. I mean, I watch 50 stocks. I'm going to be honest, I don't like to chart every single one of them. Usually I do, but I like to kind of just see where action is during the week. I'd say after Monday is when I make most of my alerts, because then I can see where the market opens and where they're taking it right at the beginning of the day, and for the beginning of the week at least. Sundays are cool to do, but personally I like to just look at everything after Monday. But anyway, so far we have a gap up 0.2% on ES, which I gotta tell the boys about. Alright, anyway, so we'll keep this, we'll come back to ES. Alright, let's look at Roku. Roku. Pretty tight range for Roku too, right? It's been dumping pretty hard between the 160s to 150 range, but it's really been holding up actually well. So if we do close right above this 161 level, right, let's write this down. We'll do this for sure, shred. Look for longs to 165, and if further, break to 170 or swing. Crossing up. But if we close below here, bearish move down. Look for puts to 150. 150? Yeah, 151, 153, 151, 150 area. Confirmation first on 5 or 15 min. So we'll see what happens with Roku. Probably will gap. Watch list, yeah. So anyway, here I'll give you the list. All right, export watch list. So on TradingView, you can just click here and hit import. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna put it in the chat right now. Hold on. List of TV stocks we watch daily as requested. There you go, brother. It's in the stock chat. I just threw it in there. Right here. You can just hit download right here. And then import it if you want. Those are the pretty much high liquid, high cap stocks we use. Yeah, almost everything's intraday. I mean, that's the easiest way to do it, because if you're holding overnight, you risk a Donald Trump or whatever news happens in the afternoon. I mean, yeah, you risk it in the day too. But most of our plays, whenever we enter a play, the reason we enter, and like, here's a good, let me see if I can find something. Here's a good example, right? Timmy's play. So like, this is on the 2-minute chart. The reason we enter a play is because it's literally happening right there. That's the perfect time to enter. Because why would we enter the play if it's not the perfect time to enter? Because then what happens is you get decayed. So, for instance, if Timmy posted this and he said, "Oh, it looks good around here, you know, to enter right here." Now let's just say, I mean, yeah, this is the 2-minute chart, but let's just say this was the 15-minute chart, right? If he said, "Oh, it looks like it's consolidating here, probably we'll make a move up and then go here." Yeah, we could enter here, but then we're getting decayed for 15, 30, 45 minutes and we haven't even moved at all. So once we enter, we're expecting a move right away. That way we can capture gains right away, not get decayed at all. There's no point in, I mean, yeah, we've posted charts before that say, look for this level. So that means that right around that level is where you want to enter. But there's no point in letting decay eat at your contract and eat at any of your profits, because then you're just basically cutting yourself short on what you could have made. So, but yeah, this is a good example right here. You want to wait for a confirmation and then just go in right away, and most likely it'll probably move up, and that's exactly what happened. But yeah, if you're doing like a swing trade on the daily, so you look for a close. Usually we enter like swing trades towards the end of the day because you want to see where it closes on the day. Because if it closes somewhere that looks good on the day, on the daily chart, right, you can look for some continuation. Like for instance, right here, after we had a nice bottom on Roku, move up, probably would have played these intraday, right? But why would you long them? You have all these resistances at the EMAs. And then once you get a close like this, close right above the EMAs, right above most of the cluster prior, you do have this resistance here, but once you saw a confirmation of breakthrough, you could probably have longed it right around here with a close above. So, yeah, that's just an example for you. Enter around the end of the days for daily swings, or in the middle of the day. Sucks waiting for Tasty Works. Yeah, no, I know. Alright, Domino's, please. Domino's Pizza. So Domino's is probably going to be looking good for puts here. It's probably going to have to just consolidate a bit. We have this resistance right here. If you get across above 290, look for longs to 297. So I'd look for a long right above here to around 297 or so. So I'll set 296 T1 Domino's, something like that, right? But Domino's is near all-time highs, so it's running up really hard. I'd want, preferably some consolidation around this area first, just for the EMAs, the 50 and the 200 to catch up. But yeah, it looks good. Nice cool off, but obviously still overbought a bit. I'll pull up RSI again for that. Yeah, still overbought, but still bullish for the most part.
It's all about the house music and always has been.
Or otherwise, if it breaks the trend line, look for puts down to probably around 275 or so. XOM. Yeah, I think gas has been really choppy lately. It's been pretty dramatic, right? Because we had a huge inventory, and then I think if we take a look first at CL, right? Let's take a look at CL. It's just open. So yeah, CL's been chopping around too. Pretty dramatic. Oh, pretty dramatic. A couple days, right? From 58 all the way down to 54. It's almost a 1% move on oil. So back to XOM. Right, XOM2, Tim. We got this cluster right here. We need to get out of. So we can break right here. I think literally if we close above Friday's daily, we look good to go back into the next one, right? Right around 71 or so. That's what I would say. Right around this range right here. Into the next. Kind of being held down this whole past pretty much quarter. So I'd wait for a break back up. But the good thing here is we have a higher low, right? So we have a higher low here. But kind of from the top, if you really wanted to like swing this, right? Look at this. We got this trend line right here, so we'll screenshot this, we'll set it up to add alert on trend line. Look for long 72 areas after consolidation in gold range. Where'd you post it, bro? Oh. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's exactly what I have. So, I mean, yeah, I guess I could draw this one too, right? Something like that. So, yeah, we'll see. It looks pretty choppy still in this area, and it's not too much to run, but I think if we break this right here, this alert, I'll CC you in it too, right? So yeah, I mean, this is where I'd look to go back into this range, and then we'll probably take profit on the top here, right? And then if it breaks out, go long again. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, Shred, thanks for that Twitch Prime sub. Now I feel like Ninja. Yeah, that's what I figured. But yeah, again, I think tomorrow's better to do if it breaks out long to 74. Yeah, I think I have that down. Look for longs to 72 area. Well, oh, you mean breaks out of here? Yeah, if it breaks out of here for sure. But if it breaks here, we're probably gonna look to like 72, right? Because that's right around where the trend line is if it gets rejected again for a T1. But Ninja is on Mixer. You're right. Sad. They have subs on Mixer? I don't even know how it works. But yeah. What else do we want to look at? Let's look at Netflix. Netflix, wow. Yeah, so Netflix being held down by the 200. Not exactly a push above, but a nice push after it broke 300, right? Back to the right around 310, 312 range. So that's good. But we'll see if we can get back to the top of the cluster previously, 330, where we had like a lot of resistance before too. Um, Netflix, pretty good amount of range here. If anything, it might consolidate back down to around this level, get rejected and bounce again, but we'll see. We'll see. I doubt that'll happen anytime soon though, unless they have a really bad day. McD, yeah. D's tight as hell. Wow, we haven't played McD in a bit, right? So McD just looks a little, still looks bearish, although it kind of has like a little wedgie. Right? I mean, I'm not sure why we dropped this day. Was this a CEO? Probably. I think this was on the CEO, right? So this kind of fucked them up, right? They were going up and then we had a huge drop. I think this was the CEO news with the worker. Yeah, it's really choppy. I would just avoid it for right now, but we will set this right here. We'll set this right. This is what I would do, right, Tim? Somewhere around here, right? If we can get back above. Yeah, I wouldn't play McDonald's for right now. Very tight days. Look at these days. Less than 1% for the past 2 weeks. So yeah, kind of choppy. Not the best to play right now. I don't think, at least. Anyway, let's see. What else do we play a lot? Ooh, let's look at Baba. So pissed with Baba, right? So we have this trend line right here, just clear a bounce off of pretty much 2 times. Once here and again here pretty much. After that red day that we had, really was hoping we would close back above 190, but we had to have this down day on the Hong Kong news. Anyway, we'll probably look to go above like right here for swing back to 190. Plus their Hong Kong market listings coming soon. Right, kind of looking at something like this. Yeah, I like Baba a lot. So we'll see what happens. Disney? Disney kind of consolidating. kind of flaggy-ish, but it still has a couple days to go. Um, just a huge day on those subs that we got. So I think we consolidate around here. It might drop down a little bit, back to around the 145 level or something like that, just to catch up with the EMAs also and just to cool off. But probably will follow SPY for the most part. We'll just keep this on watch, right? FB I already have marked. Basically just crossing 200 like for longs. 200 just needs to break above really. That's all I see really on FB. Same thing though, right? Nice. Clear support on the trend line also. But needs to really just break up. Pretty much same levels here. So we'll see what happens. FB is the epitome of chop. No, FB's, yeah, that's true. But it is really good to play, right? FB's good to swing. Like, look at this. Swing here. Swing here. Short puts here. Short here. Still has good moves, right, during the day. Still has like a 1-2% move, which is good for us. But, yeah, definitely choppy. Oxy's good, right? So this is why we swung. I think when did we swing it? Let me try to see when we started it. Oxy was on the 18th. So yeah, we swung it on this, and then we had that oil news and kind of just dropped down. So after the recovery, we're kind of looking really good. It's a 1 month swing. So we closed above here. We're really looking to start at like 40 or so for T1 Oxy. Right? So we want to definitely fill back up right to where the drop was in the initial move. After the initial move down, right? Resistance was here and kind of just crushed. So if we can break above here and back into the cluster, then we'll look around like here for T2. But yeah, oil and like petroleum. Most of the oil and gas stocks should be coming up. They're pretty heavily dumped in the past month or two, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, daily close right above the 13, the 9, kind of breaking out of this range that we were in, also from 38 to 39.50. Definitely a lot of room to run as well, RSI wise. So also we have our MACD curling back up, right? So we could see some continuation like we saw previously, like right here, right? Not as strong as the day here as we did here, right? But usually when you get a nice cross, you can look for some continued motion. So hopefully we get that. But that's a 1 month play. I think we have it until December 20th, right? So we're looking like right out here. So yeah, we got plenty of time to hit T2 or so. Walmart, sure. Very choppy. Very, very, very choppy. Just sitting in this range. Nothing really to note. We wanted to break out here. much on Walmart. It's very tight range. Look at this, 118. It's not. It's like a dollar, if that, 1%. So nothing too crazy there. I would just look for intraday plays on Walmart for the most part. After that earnings, they just sold right off. So it's strong, but they sold off here, so they just want to keep it around this level. They probably want to see how consumers spend around Black Friday too. So look for that. Look for any news this week. So I had this already drawn on LMT, right? Something like this. I don't know what the hell this was. I think it was supposed to connect. I guess it was supposed to be down here. I don't know. I don't even know why I had two drawings there. Yeah, I think I looked at this the other day though. I was probably like here, right? But yeah, definitely needed to cool off. I think I drew it when it was like right up here, so I figured we'd get rejected again here. Cool off, bounce perfectly off the 13 EMA, right, on the wick. So we probably will see a move up tomorrow and into this week, and then retest again the 397 or so level. And then I'd look to short or just pretty much just hold there or look for a move back down, and then just another breakout because we need to pretty much make another higher low here. That's what I would think at least. I'd say even something like, even draw it through here, something like here, and then a bounce here right to there. Then we can break all-time highs. But that's what I would look for, something like this. Not too crazy about LMT though. I do like to swing it, but I only like to swing it at like key levels. So this would have been a nice swing actually at the end of the day, but wasn't able to catch it. But we'll see what happens. Oops.
Let's go skinny dip and take off your clothes.
So add an alert, just in case it breaks out.
Let's go skinny dipping.
I think I had a couple others that I already did. Hold on a sec. Oh, we didn't do Apple.
Take off your clothes.
So Apple, right? After this fucking unbelievable run, finally cooling off. Right? I think I have some alerts. Let me delete some of these because they're old. Alright, so we definitely want to see this. Day 11:22. I want to note that. Still just very strong support at the 13, right? We definitely want to play the 20-day moving average is still down pretty low. So we could see, if it does break down here, we could see a move to the 20. So we'll mark that. But finally a nice cool off. We'll see if buyers want to buy the dip on this here for another continued move up. We can play the action pretty much on how it goes live. Nothing really to note besides that. We'll do Microsoft. Microsoft, same thing. Look at this, these daily supports on the 9 EMA. Really good. Microsoft pretty choppy though too, right between 150s, right around the 150 level. It's just a really good mental level. A nice cool off. I think RSI needs to reset back to the 60 to 61 level. Obviously that's still going to be overbought, but I mean it would just be a nice cool off for them to consolidate around 148 or so. So we'll just watch this, but we'll watch for a cross. Splunk. I mean, I would look for puts, right? I'm not sure. But I didn't read the earnings report, so I don't know. Right, but it's at pretty much the all-time. It's at the all-time high levels, right? So nothing to note. to be honest, man. But I will give you the levels, right? So we'll just use basically the top of the range. Obviously 142 is pretty much the all-time high here, but if it does break that, you're pretty much looking to go right to 150 from there. Usually the 236 will always hit, so you'll probably see something. Um, where the hell's my pen? Probably see something like if it has. This is only if it has a continued day, right? Probably get some. Well, this is only if it breaks out right away. You probably literally see just like a slow ramp up to around there, and then a cool off or something like that. Um, right around there. That's what I'd expect, though. I don't know too much about the company. I don't know if the earnings was just insane or not, so that's unfortunately not going to be my strong point, knowing what's going to go on. Usually after earnings, you want to see another candle or so, but this is crazy volume, right? Absolute insane volume. Obviously only happens on earnings, as we can see. A little bit less than the previous sell-off, but definitely even with the other sell-off we had prior. So probably we'll see continuation blow past all-time highs if it had that good of a earnings call. Huge spike up on RSI. So we'll see. That's just an insane move, though. What is it? 27 to 140. Pretty good. Literally up 10%. But yeah, watch for that, man. I think that's it, really. I think we could do square. Square. Kind of just chilling around the top of this range here for right now. Not a crazy couple of days like we've had prior. Probably just going to be flirting with the 200 here, so we'll set an alert. So yeah, we want to see what happens when it crosses up here. Will it get rejected or not? And that'll be for puts or calls. But yeah, we'll do some more tomorrow. I think this is good enough for right now. About an hour and a half of going over some stuff that we did. Does anybody have any questions? Gonna try to bang these out much faster going on, but I like to talk with everybody too. What's gain for the last year in percent? For what? For Square? What are you talking about? Gain for what, man? My portfolio? I don't even know. I do like so many withdrawals. Percent gains? Well, I mean, last year in August, I think I had like a What did I start with? Was it August? Whenever we started the weed stocks, I think I had like a 5K account. Ran it up to like 30K in like 2 months with weed stocks, which was pretty cool. Or like a month or two. I think it was like a month or two. We were playing. We caught this whole thing, right? And we were playing Tilray. This was in like August, September. We literally caught this huge run up. And then we did Funko right around the same time too, August, which was fucking insane. Um, but I do a lot of withdrawals, so we don't really. I don't know. I don't base it on percent. So like for instance, I'll usually start every week with around. Um, I mean, I'll keep my full balance in there, but I usually only use about 10 to 20K intraday. So usually using it for withdrawals and stuff, because otherwise you're gonna get greedy. Usually with your portfolio. But I mean, if you're going to be starting with a small account and you want to build to a larger account, it's very easy to make 20, 30% a week in here, at least, I'd say. Um, as long as you follow the proper risk management and everything, usually the trades aren't going to cost you more than a few percent at the worst case scenario. Otherwise, if you're doing risk management right, you're looking at 1 to 3% losses, and then you're probably looking at around 4 to 5% gains per trade. So that's really what you want to have in terms of following the signals and profit taking and when to cut losses, I'd say. But that would be cool. I should, you know what? In January, we're gonna track everything in the group. We're gonna have pretty much every single signal on a spreadsheet. So that'll all be automated. So then you can kind of look at the previous P&L that we've had in the group. But yeah, Funko had a pretty good day. It's actually something to look at here, over here. All right, but yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. I'll do another webinar and kind of go over some more stuff with you guys, and then we'll see what we can look at. Any experience trading during recession, or it doesn't really matter? Not really. Um, I mean, it's pretty. I mean, I wouldn't call it a recession at all that we just had in December, but like, if you're doing trades during a recession, it's as simple as inverting your charts if you're looking at it like that. Otherwise, then you're looking at you're looking at a bull run always, right? But yeah, I mean, you're just playing puts, you're just playing support levels. It's going to be the same thing. It doesn't matter to us if we're in a recession or not because we're just intraday playing most trades intraday, so it doesn't really matter. If there's a recession and you have something like '08, right? The 1 week chart, right? You play a recession, you play the weekly chart. 2008, you see right here, we have clear resistance. You see it closed below again. You look for continuation down. You look for the previous support was right here. It broke down sometime this week. You play puts, closed back in. Tight range here. Keeps getting rejected by the 13. I mean, it's not hard, man. You just people keep talking about it, so it'd be interesting to see it happen. Yeah, it's not a big deal. I mean, once it happens, once it does end up happening, if it does, we'll be ready. I mean, all we have to do is switch to puts. It's as simple as reading the charts every day. We can change what our trades are and what we're holding literally the same day. So, we're not investors. We're not looking to hold through recessions. We're looking to play the recession. So, yeah. But that's it. But alright, guys. I'm going to upload this in a little bit. I'll catch you guys all tomorrow.